And some people wanted to disturb the peace. You saw them last time when we were having elections here. They were actually talking about it. We shall make Uganda ungovernable. Ungovernable. Under Yoweri Museveni's leadership. It's a risky undertaking. We shall not tolerate it. We shall crush it. Nobody can make Uganda ungovernable. Anybody who thinks like that, that time is finished. Because we have spent almost 60 years building capacity. 60 years we have been building capacity. As a student movement in the 1960s, on and on and on. So this is the biggest contribution to the youth: security, security, security. All those who waste time, run around, go to Congo, go to South Sudan, go to I don't know where, you are wasting time. And you may lose your life in those adventures. Come back home and stop wasting your time. If you want to make trouble, go to other places. Afghanistan, there are a lot of other addresses where you can go. But here, please. So this is number one, the youth. Support peace, all of you. If you hear anybody talking language of fujo fujo, tell him off and advise him to stop. So this was the first contribution, and it's there. When there was insecurity in the north, you saw what happened. That was because of the geopolitics, the problem of the Sudan. The big battle there between the Africans and people who say they are Arabs. When you look at them, are you an Arab? You look like an African, you know, I'm an Arab. Okay, that's your business. There was that war going on in the Sudan. So it's affected the north because the Sudan government was promoting insurgency there that they want to intimidate us. But of course, it couldn't work. So our first contribution is peace and security to the youth and to all the adults. Second one is immunization. Immunization. That's why you talk of the big population. Ugandans did not learn to marry women during the time of NRM. Even before they were polygamists, they were what? But where were the children going? Why was the population not increasing? I remember the population at independence was 7 million. Then, of course, we had a lot of, we had a census in 1969. I think the population at that time was like 9 million. You can look at the census of 1969. Then we never had another census until 1980. That's when they said the population was 12 million. Then when we came from the Bush, in 1991, when we had the census, it was 16 million. Now it is 42 million. So in this time of the NRM, the population has increased more than 2 times. Government jobs. But those are few. They cannot accommodate the 42 million people in Uganda. Because the public service jobs, including the army and police, I think they're about 480,000. Now, if you assume that each public servant has got 5 people behind him in the home who are depending on him. You are talking about 2-3 million people benefiting from the public service, able to benefit from public service jobs at any one time. Just 2 million, 2 point something million. But this is out of 42 million. So, all my children have finished education. My children, they finished education long ago. None of them is in the government, is in the public service, except Mohozi, who is in the army, because he loves the army. But all the others are engaged in production, private sector. So don't spend so much time with fighting for public service jobs. If there is a public service job, good, you do it if it's available for some, if it's available. But they are not enough. And even if you get a job yourself, how about your other followers? You the youth leaders, for instance, even if you are to get a job, RDC, Deputy RDC, how many RDCs are there? 147. Even if you put the deputies, that's 200 jobs. How can those be enough? So therefore, please, in our advocacy, talking, be clear that the wealth and the jobs are mainly to be found in the 4 sectors. I don't know, you work with the UN, they can tell you whether there's a 5th sector, which I've forgotten. They are here, the United Nations, Amawanga Amagati. If they say where they come from, if they say that old man forgot a sector, then I will come and apologize. And I will say, Wanange, nerabira waliwo akabondo, akokutano. But the sectors, wealth creation sectors are 4. Please, let's not beat about the bush. Go. If you don't have struggle to enter one of them. And now, so this has been our orientation from the beginning, the NRM. Because for us, we are not theater goers, we are not actors, we are doers. We only talk and do. And what we talk is what we do. And from the beginning, we were very clear